Welcome back to the Weekly Watchlist feature, everyone. As always, if you're on Instagram, hit the link in bio. If you're on YouTube, hit the link below. If you're just out there on the internet, out in the ether, go to StocksToTrade.com/watchlist for 5 stocks. Got a couple swings, a lot of speculative ideas, charts, notes, everything. Hit that link. Check it out in your inbox, 100% free. All right. What is the number one Monday morning momentum play? HYMC. A couple things, you can go back on the channel. I think about a week ago, we talked about that day 3 surge pattern. I did a very detailed video on the YouTube. So definitely check that out. A lot of resources there. But HYMC is such a great example. This did gap up and go on Tuesday, but was a failed dip and rip, flat out. It retested the highs and immediately slammed back. They don't all work. I mean, we focus on high probability setups, but as always, you got to have a plan. You got to stick to it. But what was nice is after that big spike, here's that kind of pre-market low at 75 cents. You can see pulls back hard, but really base there at 75 cents, ground up a little bit into the close. And then we went into that day 3 surge pattern, that day 2, basically nothingness. Now, what that does is, that makes the shorts kind of feel safe. Maybe they're adding into that fading action, okay? And they never get that exit. So that's what's different. What we want to see is, and I know it might sound confusing, but like that kind of nothing on day 2. Doesn't spike hard, doesn't slam down, so it doesn't give anybody an exit, okay? Longs are adding, shorts are adding, gives nobody an exit. Then what we look for is that break of the highs from day 1 on day 3. That creates the short seller panic. You can see when this broke that 115, 125 level, rocketed into the close at 170, after hours all the way up to 2. Got a little shaky in pre-market today, but ripped all the way back to 265. So that pattern, this setup, watch for that. Good. I've got another example on the weekend watch list. That's a day 3 setup for Monday. So that being said, what's the plan on HYMC? Closed at $1.80, which was basically the close from yesterday. Okay. I know it closed at 153, but I immediately after the close, the 4 p.m. close, but then it ran right up, a minute after the close, into that 180 range. So that's kind of the level I'm looking at, which is where it closed today. So look for that week open red to green, kind of standard approach to these heavily shorted stocks. It's not every feature, but these are the ones we like to look for the shorts that didn't get squeezed out. On that spike up to 265, we look for that, to smoke the rest of them. And look at this today, 338 million shares. So 90% of the time when we got a low float stock, and a lot of you know what I'm about to say, when it comes to what's going to be the number one morning watch, other than a day oneer, obviously I can't predict day oneers. I don't know what stocks are going to have news on Monday morning and gap up. If I had a crystal ball, it'd be nice. But when we talk about that morning setup, that's a holdover. Anytime we got that low float stock, kind of a hot sector, they're in metals and mining, that closes at the week high, which this did. Other than intraday, it ran up to 265, but it's closing at the highest point of the week. And big thing, 338 million shares traded on a micro float stock. Always going to be a week open red to green. They don't all work, but it's always going to be a week open red to green setup. All right, everyone. Would love to see you on pre-market prep. Remember, I'm still live on YouTube, 8:30 Eastern. If you go, obviously, you might not be on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, I've started scheduling those pre-market preps, so you can even hit a reminder. If you go to the main page of StocksToTrade's YouTube, you can hit that reminder, and it sends you an email, and it pops up a bing in your app to remind you when I go live. So, all right, have an amazing weekend, everyone, and hope to see you on pre-market prep. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Thanks so much for watching and being part of the Stocks to Trade community. We wouldn't be here without you guys. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Our goal is to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but we can't do it without you guys. So if you like what we're doing here and you want to hear more, please, please, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next video.